in tarnation?
You're muted there, man. But if you're recording it, let us know.
No, I'm not recording it.
Yeah, that was a bummer. Yeah, because that was some good information. See, I mean, on the
Start
one hand,
over.
yeah, on the one, it's got to be a natural process, you know.
Before you do, I just want to mention Bing. It looked like Bing unmuted, and we were asking about if he's a Rush fan because he's a musician. I was just wondering if he wanted to jump back in and say something, but he unmuted for a minute, and then we got caught up in other stuff. But I just
A
wanted
Rush fan. Interesting you say that. Just today, I was watching a YouTube video. It said Rush for dinner. And it was the three guys like in this really elegant place having dinner, and the camera was zooming in on them and talking. Awesome, man. It was so cool. And it looks like it wasn't too long ago, you know, they were aged, you know. But yeah, no, that sucks that we didn't record that right there. But I could do it over, but then you guys will think I'm rambling, right?
Yes, we will.
You know, because when I do ramble, though, I think I'm making a point, right? I think when I'm rambling, I'm making a point. And remember, I'm doing it because I know other people will be watching this video, which they won't now because we didn't record it. So all that rambling I was doing a minute ago was for the benefit of others, which is why Kenny said,
sorry.
Right?
Cue the rambling man.
Hey, we'll do it again. We'll do it again sometime. But yeah, you get my point, Tim. I mean, those are the points that we're throwing out right now, is that the law is either real and true and it exists and it's valid, or it's a farce. It's meaningless. It's a joke. It's, you know, and no, it's not. It's a federal civil rights law, right? So the fact that all those issues are outlined in the law, right? That you do have those rights and there is a place of public accommodation and you got to be treated equal. All those factors, knowing now that businesses are conditioned into this frame of mind that they're just going to think they can just take it upon themselves to force everybody to wear a mask on their own whim. No, you can't treat people differently. It's either everybody wears a mask, which not everybody can or will, or nobody wears a mask, which some people are going to want to, right? So you're to that reality again, that you can never please everybody all the time, and therefore everybody gets, as it says in the law, full and equal access to all the same goods, services, accommodations, everything equal to everybody. You can't single people out, isolate them. That is a bummer that we do. I don't even want you recording now, Brian, because the fact that we weren't recording and now I'm having to, be frustrated over the fact that we didn't record all that good rant.
Well, I'm sure we'll get it again tomorrow. I was just going to say that you said, in the past, people would say it's a private business. We can do whatever we want, but no, everybody's still saying that. The ones that, want you to wear a mask, they just, wear
right. And if anything, if this makes it kind of, repeat what I was saying in maybe a different way, remember that ADA flyer was the initial kind of thing that everybody was clinging to. Which I believe it was, it was a Peggy Hall video that we saw that on the first time, I believe, So yeah, we put the ADA flyer on our website because that was a thing to use, but there's a video of Brian and I using it at a health club where the officers did say, oh no, you got that off the internet. That's just some made up thing on the internet. And we said, no, it's all it is an official notice to let you know we have a health. We actually don't even need to show it. So really the ADA flyer really is mute at this point. It's irrelevant. It's insignificant. You don't need the ADA flyer. Is all you have to do is be of your own self-aware reality. I cannot, I will not cover my vital airways. For health reasons, I don't wear them. For religious reasons, I don't wear them. Under federal civil rights, I'm exempt from wearing them, so I don't wear them. And under federal civil rights law, under the Americans with Disabilities Act Title III, you are a place of public accommodation that cannot discriminate. Prohibition of discrimination is in the law. Can't treat me differently. So it's really about knowing the law. And that it does work. I mean, if you watch my video from today, when I was in Pollo Tropical, you'll see that I did go in, I did get served with the manager. I was communicating with her and she got her regional manager on the phone because she didn't know what to do based on everything I was telling her. She was confused. She seemed interested too. She was like, oh yeah. But she got the regional manager on the phone And the regional manager called me. After I stopped video recording, I spoke to him. And after, based on the conversation I had with him, I sent an email to him. And I later did a video of that email that I sent to him, which pretty much goes over the gist of even that regional manager was trying to take a position of, well, I understand everything you're telling me, but, we have to respect, the people that are in there wearing masks. And I said, well, what about respecting the people that don't wear masks? Well, yeah, we're catering to them. We're providing for them because we're doing curbside service. Well, what if it's hot outside and they want to come inside in the air conditioner like everybody else and have equal access to the same goods and services, right? So he knew it. He couldn't win the argument, but he was trying to, I kind of got him around to my way of thinking, I believe. I told him I was going to send him links on everything. And he basically said, yeah, I hope you do, because I don't want somebody else telling me differently than what you're telling me. It was essentially he was saying, I sent him some good information. I got to take this to my son. My son's out fighting fires in California right now. So,
Okay,
here.
no problem. Hey,
Mute me.
yeah. Hey, Ken. I was
Hey,
just,
bud.
So Tim left?
Good, man. Just sitting here doing.
yeah, Tim stepped out for a minute. I was just gonna ask you, I asked you about Ross, your brother. What's his, do you know how he feels about the Rona and viruses and all that stuff?
Oh, well, he doesn't ever go anywhere, and he wears the mask, and but he doesn't dwell on that. But he watches the TV. Now, I haven't tried to educate anybody. I sent my dad some stuff, but my mom, she's points at the TV and goes, "See, look, it's real."
Right.
And so, I mean, I can't do battle with them. My dad watched the Trafalgar Square with Andrew Kaufman,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and he said that he didn't know what his credentials were, and he didn't know. But with the way that the news is going and the way the world is locked down, and then the guy says there's no contagion, and it's just people. It's a big hook and a big worm on it.
Oh, yeah.
And some people just don't want to bite that hook.
So again, but Ross, I mean, has he questioned it? Do you know at all, or how, do you even talk to him about it, or
I don't get into it with him. I really don't. It's weird, it's like today on Rush Limbaugh. Rush was saying this guy called in and said something about the news, about CNN, and he said, "Do you think that they really know down there?" He's basically shedding light on the fact that these people are they don't have that much more access to information than anybody else, really. I mean, they go to the CDC, or they may get a phone call from the CDC or from some propaganda person or whatever, and the next thing you know, it's the headline.
Right.
I mean, when you start looking at how news is gathered, it's not this magical formula that everybody thinks. I mean, they were able to shut down the whole damn world based on the words of just a few people.
Yeah.
It was one or two people that actually caused the whole thing.
Well, I guess there's only 3 or 4, news conglomerates, and they just share their information with all their people all over the world, I would guess. And so they're basically just going with whatever the CDC says or the WHO, and they just spread it.
Well, the MSNBC and CNN and all of them, they've lost all their credibility with me. I don't believe a word they say. I don't even turn it on. I won't watch it.
No.
Because they've proven that they're just slave to the system and to the higher ups of the NWO.
Yep. Yeah. Let me ask you.
So
I was at Walmart yesterday, and I shopped the whole store. Not one other, maskless wearer in there. And I came out the door, and this kind of tall, good-looking type of fellow, looked clean cut, was walking toward the store. And I was about to say, thanks for not wearing a mask. And he started pulling it out of his pocket. And I said, you know, you don't have to wear that. He said, oh, yeah, I know. I don't do it for me. I do it for others. I mean, that's probably the thought of most other people, right?
Yeah. I was getting a smoothie and the guy at the register said, you don't have to wear that mask. Because I had taken it off when I sat down and I walked over there and I started putting it on. He said, you don't have to wear that. And then this other guy was standing in the line. He goes, oh man, it's a real thing. It's
Oh,
real.
oh, come on, did he really?
Yeah. And I didn't say a word. And he left. And then I told the guy, I said, it's not real. He goes, I know.
The guy working at the Smoothie King, you're saying?
It wasn't Smoothie King. It's called Fresh.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
It's in Malbus. It's at the mall by the Barnes and Noble in Malbus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right.
And they serve wheatgrass, and they make sandwiches and stuff, and they have a hummus sandwich, and it's a healthy place, and the food's good when they have people that care. But the problem is they're not paying that well.
No.
And so the people that they hire don't go the extra mile, not really.
No, I'm sure they don't.
But I told the guy, I said, my friends have a website called thebigvirushoax.com. And he looked at me. I don't know if he memorized it or not, but I say it, when the time is appropriate. But anyway, the jackleg behind me that said that, I didn't have any desire whatsoever to try to get into any kind of a discourse with him. None.
All you gotta do is just print out, where is the camera there? Print out the business card. Oops, upside down.
Yeah. What about it?
Just print out the sheet, cut you some business cards, and if people, are curious like that, instead of having them try to remember the website, just say, hey.
I'll hand them the card. Yeah. Is
Yeah.
that a page on your website?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I believe it
Now,
is.
I sent the Andrew Kaufman in Trafalgar Square to a lot of people, and and I got some feedback from them. But I have yet to see Mike do a video where he says that the governor has relaxed the fines and basically opened up all of the restaurants, and I haven't heard him say that to anybody yet. He still just goes into the disabilities clause, and I'm waiting for him to go, oh, you haven't heard? The governor relaxed everything. Now we don't have to wear the masks anymore. I haven't heard him say that one time.
Well, that's because I don't know if that's the case, that you don't have to wear a mask anymore. I mean,
Well, they sure are putting it on Facebook.
they're putting it on there that you don't have to wear the mask.
Yeah, that everything's back open and everything's back normal. They'll never lock down again. Never.
Wow, I got to look at that, because to me it didn't. All they kind of did was just say you have to have it, or you can't be cut down to less than 50% occupancy in restaurants, and there's no fines for not wearing a mask. But
they can run you out anyway, huh?
yeah, maybe something like that. Oh, it's a
Well, what about this? What about the chief in Ocala that said that if you come in this place, you can't wear a mask? And my guys are going to go to work out there, and they're not going to be wearing a mask. They can't communicate with anybody. When they go on a call, they
Right.
have to be able to talk, and people can't understand them. They can't see them.
Right.
Their work.
Drop the gun. What'd you say? What'd you say?
Right.
Yeah. You didn't drop the gun. I couldn't hear you. Yeah. Oh, he's a hero, that sheriff guy. Cal.
Anyway, I don't know, man. It's, Alabama's got a Republican governor, and I wish that they would go ahead and start backing out, Now, New Orleans, and, I can understand them holding ground a little longer if they're all scared that way. But I mean, it's time to get back to business, man. I mean, we can't just keep having this. And look, they were talking about the vaccines. It was a Rappaport, I think, today.
Yep.
Was talking about the vaccines and this race to the vaccine, and everybody's trying to get the first approval and then do the 150 people trial run, and it's just useless. And he explains why it's useless.
He sure does.
You know, if you're going to get over it anyway, what's the use of a vaccine?
Yeah, it's all. He lays it out every time in his
Yeah.
almost
And
daily.
then if the vaccine, how will you know if it's effective if you're going to get over the thing anyway?
Right.
That's a good point, Kenny. It's like, it's something you're going to get over, but you got to get a vaccine. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And is the vaccine helping you get over it, or are you just getting over it anyway?
Mm-hmm. I'm sending you the business cards, Ken, because I'm not sure if Mike has them.
Well, you got to send it to my email.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Rappaport, man, he's all over this thing. He's saying we've got to spread the word. And
Really?
and
Yeah.
that ends up being the task at hand now, is what media can we use to spread the word. When I sent out the Trafalgar Square Andrew Kaufman video, I sent it email. I didn't even try to send it through messages or Messenger or Facebook or anything. I just went straight to email, and everybody got it, because all I sent was people I know. And then I would call them and say, did you get the email? And they would go, yes, I got it. So Google, even though they're in on this mass banning, they're letting the emails go through. Maybe they're just getting their list ready for the big roundup later on, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what Alex says. All these cops are cuffing people and throwing them in the paddy wagon. And he's like, you guys, you're going to go too, and you're going to have to take the vaccine too. So I don't know why you're all high and mighty, you know, going around bossing everybody around. They're just going to chunk you in the wagon with everybody else. You know, I used to say this a long time ago. Where does the tire hit the pavement? The New World Order tire. Where does the New World Order tire hit the pavement? And we're seeing right now that it's hitting above the police, in the judicial, the chiefs and the governors, and that's where the tire is hitting the pavement. But they want that tire to go further to the ground, and so those people are like the border of that big New World Order tire, and the tire is coming down. It's coming down, and it's eventually going to get all the way to the ground, but it ain't got there quite yet. But it sure looks like it with everybody wearing masks everywhere.
You mean, in other words, the police are going to be.
It's just if you've got something that corrupt coming down, dripping down into the population, it's got to come through the people. It's got to come through the governor, and then it's got to come through the Congress, and then it's got to come through the local police chief, and then it goes down through the sheriffs, and then the city police that go out and actually do the call. The tire is coming down, and I used to say that all the time. Where does the tire hit the pavement? Because it's our country. This is our country, and the people above us, it's their country too. And they've got kids and families. And what are they going to do? Are they going to betray their own relatives? And it just doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, they can't possibly pull it off, because people in this country have to live and eat, and they have cousins and mothers and fathers and grandkids, and you know, who are these people? Is there that many corrupt people that they think they could take over this whole system?
Well,
I just,
it's a corruption, but it's also the fear. If people are afraid enough, they're gonna do what they got to do.
no, but I mean, they haven't taken it over yet. I mean, when they clear out the shelves of the grocery store, then they're closer. They haven't done that yet either. We still got farmers here in Baldwin County. Their crops are fine. You know, I just saw a big field full of cotton. These people are going to harvest that.
Right.
You know, and they can't just get rid of everything. People are growing watermelon. We got turnip greens. We got, you know, there's food everywhere over here.
Well, actually, they're out of blueberries at Walmart, so I'm starting to think, oh, what the hell's going on?
Man, there's blueberries growing wild out in the fields all over the place in the summertime. You can go out and pick as many as you want.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now they come from Peru anyway, so.
But anyway, you know, if they could just convince everybody to take this vaccine, and then what about the people who already had COVID, who supposedly had the virus and they got over it? They don't have to take the vaccine,
Oh
and
no,
so they're automatically
no, you got to take the booster shot. It's only good for like 2 or 3 months.
Oh, I see. So you got to go back and take it again, even though
And
you
first of
already.
all, nobody's had COVID because there is no COVID.
I know, but I'm just saying that this is the jargon. This is the talk.
Supposed ones that had it, they shouldn't have to take a vaccine, but
I asked my cousin because he was diagnosed with it. And I said, so now that you've had it, are you going to take the vaccine? And he said, no.
oh yes, he will, because they'll tell him that he has to have a booster shot because it's only good for, you know, but they're not sure yet. But a couple months, 3 months, 6 months.
Yeah,
maybe.
my mom's like, I'm going to take the flu shot. I'm like, don't take the flu shot. I told you the story about my friends that their friend up in Tennessee took the flu shot. 3 months later, she was dead.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and she said to them
Brian
that
loves
that-
Lucky Doggy Park.
that flu shot, she never felt the same after she took it. She took the shot, and then that next day she was like, something's not right. And then all of a sudden she spiraled and she went into extreme cancer. She had a spot on her lung, and then 3 months to the day, man, she was dead.
Yeah, the body doesn't like mercury being shot into the veins for some reason.
No, and I keep trying to tell. I mean, my own flesh and blood mother has no faith in my word whatsoever. I mean,
No.
I tried to explain to her. I even said, watch the Trafalgar Square video. No, I'm
No,
not watching it.
I
I'm
don't.
like,
It's uncomfortable to me. It's uncomfortable.
I just don't get it. I mean, why would I try to steer my own mother wrong? You know,
Yeah.
she doesn't get it. She
Yeah,
doesn't get it.
my mom's the same way. You know, why do you have to be different? Why do you have to be so different?
Just go with the flow, Brian.
Yeah. Oh, Brian, why do you have to be so? Gosh, why can't you just be like everybody else?
Just get in the line and shut up. There's nobody out there trying to kill anybody. You're so paranoid. Conspiracy theory.
Right.
Jeez, if they only knew what they have in store for everybody.
Yeah, Mike's mom is, I guess, kind of the same way.
I know, but that's the heartbreaking thing about it is the people that are closest to you, and you can't get through to them, man. I don't know why.
Well, we've had
Like,
2 or 3 emails from people to the Big Virus hoax saying, you know, thanks for what you're doing, but I'm trying to convince my family, you know, to, you know, what's actually going on, and they just, I don't know how to do it.
well, it goes back to that saying. It's a quote. It's a famous quote. It's easier to fool the people than to convince them they've been fooled.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't want to know they've been fooled. They don't want to admit they've been fooled
Right. They're just in their
because
comfort.
it makes them look weak, and they don't want to show weakness.
And they've been lulled into comfortableness sitting at the just
Look,
like,
when Mike went in the library, I just wanted to tell you, the lady said, she did this. She went, no,
Yeah, yeah,
can't come in without a mask.
Yeah.
yeah. The lady
She
at
did the big hand, the big no hand.
the lady at the Up Center did the same thing. Stay back 6 feet.
No,
Yeah.
I love that. We need to start taking pictures of those. Whenever you get the no hand, you got to take a picture of it and put it in a little collection. Back,
Just stay back 6
back.
feet. Stay back 6 feet, please.
No, but they always put the little
Yeah.
I was telling Kenny, Mike, I was at Walmart, you know, the regular old thing. I was the only one in the whole store without a mask. And I come walking out of the store and I'm thinking, finally, one guy, you know, kind of tall, look, fit guy coming in, and he doesn't have a mask. And I'm about to say, hey, you know, thanks for not wearing a mask. And he starts to pull his mask out of it. And I said, hey, man, you don't have to wear that in there, you know. He said, yeah, I know, but I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for others.
That's some deep-seated psycho babble bullshit psyop they put on people, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
You got to look out for others. Look
Right.
out for others.
Right. They want the collective. It's all for the good of society, you know. Change.
Yeah, when I had my incident at the grocery store, when the guy goes, hey, man, where's your mask? And I said, well, I'm not so sure this thing's real. And he goes, oh, no.
Back. Stay
He
back.
said, what about the cashier? Don't you care about her at all? I'm like, dude, if I don't have it, how am I going to hurt her? I didn't say that, but, you know, I'm getting to the point now where I'm starting to fill up. And if somebody says something to me at the wrong time, I'm going to just cut loose on them.
And you've got enough knowledge now to make, you know, good
Oh,
arguments.
I already told the cop at the grocery store by my house that it's not a private, it's a public accommodation. And the guy just looked at me like,
What?
because they don't even know.
No, of course, nobody knows that. It's all hidden.
But I did. I told him, nope. Just like that. I said, nope, that's not right. It's not private. It's a public accommodation. And he he bit his tongue.
He didn't want to hear that.
No, but I mean, that's why people need to come to these meetings so they can find out, you know?
Yep. They need some Mike sense. They need some Mikey sense. Some Spidey sense.
So what's going on? What's going on in Miami? Are they how's the weather down there, Mike? Is it hot?
Yeah, you know, that's good, man. Good Miami weather, man. It's always you know, born and raised in Miami. I love the weather here, man. I love the humidity. I love the heat. I love the.
So what was the temperature today?
It was like
cool 90. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is going to be one of the tomorrow's going to be one of the coolest nights at 73.
Ooh, that's chilly, man. I better break out my sweater.
Yeah. 76 or 75 maybe was the lowest ever, you know, so far this summer. But that's going to be great.
Yeah. Let me just read this. I don't know if you guys saw any of the videos with this on it. Did you see my 4 facts, man?
I did, yeah.
Saw the 4 facts. You think that's worthy of reading, just in case this video gets uploaded or something?
Well, it's after 9. I've been working out in the hot sun all day. I think I'm gonna hit the old sack.
You know, Dr. Shiva Ayudurai sent us an email.
No way.
And it says, only a darky can defeat Marky. You're Mike.
Oh yeah, I've gotten some of those that look like they're personalized.
Yeah, dear Mike, on September 1st, dark matter rose across Massachusetts to defeat Ed Markey. In response to our imminent landslide victory, Charlie Baker and his Democrat friends unleashed election fraud so their designated loser, a complete doofus, could steal the primary election from the working people of Massachusetts to ensure the Democrats stay in power. The state of Massachusetts, by their own admission, destroyed over 1 million ballots in the U.S. Senate primary election, violating U.S. federal law and making the election null and void. Working people of Massachusetts, the dark matter, are now erupting to write in Dr. Shiva for U.S. Senate by or on November 3rd to stop election fraud.
Only a darkie can beat a marquee, is that what he said?
Yeah. Only a darkie can beat a
Mike,
marquee.
Mike, you got to go on Tom Barnett's YouTube and go to Amanda and the Big Virus Hoax and Tom Barnett, the last one y'all did.
Uh-huh.
And you need to go down through the comments. I think it's at 73 now. I monitor those comments and I try to read all of them. Have you gone down the comments on that video?
Not the latest, haven't yet.
Well, I'm going to click on it right now. We have a few regulars.
The other one's at 273, but I think the Amanda has got almost 100. It's going on 100 now.
So what are you saying about what comment?
All of them.
Oh, you mean go down them all and respond? Yeah, I did do that on the first few.
Go ahead and go
Oh,
ahead.
actually, I was doing it. I was planning on going through all of them on the other video.
You need to
And
look,
YouTube, YouTube only lets you put so many comments and then they stop you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
I was commenting, and then all of a sudden, error. I couldn't comment anymore.
Wow.
Well, if you go back, if you leave it and go back, then will they give you another bundle?
Maybe the next day or something.
Seems like it.
Well,
Yeah.
try to go down that and address each of those.
I know. I need to do that.
You know, the reason I say that is because people, if you give them some personal attention,
Yep.
Right.
they'll really appreciate that. You know?
Oh, I know. I do endeavor to do that as much as I can.
You and Brian are in the position to do that. I'm not going to go in there and say anything to anybody because they don't have any connection to my name at all in that. So
Well, it's just
it's
like
going to be up to you guys.
if we get a note from Tom or Amanda, it's pretty cool. You know, even though they're just people like us, but still, it's cool to know that somebody cares.
No, but one guy put the PCR link on the Big Virus Hoax with Tom Barnett, and I went to that, and it's not a video, it's just text, but that's a good one. They talk about the PCR test and how invalid it is and how it was never meant.
Fakeologist?
Right. But Amanda just put out a video where she's reading Stefan Lanka's paper, like Virus 2 or something. Stefan Lanka kind of tells why it's all bunk, and she actually just reads the whole thing. It's like an hour long or something. His paper, and he's the one that basically proved that there is no. I guess it was a measles virus or some kind of virus.
We have a few regulars, Tim from Fakeologist. Are you familiar with Fakeologist?
I think I'm gonna head out, guys.
All right, man.
You want hosting or?
All right, I'll go too.
Yeah, I'm checking out.
Okay, good.
Okay, guys, 90.
All right, Brian.
Yeah.
I did tell you about I told you guys. We got our first paw.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's great. Yep. And
Right. Which is cool because when we get a few, we get more. We got to really start focusing on that organization. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We got to get some T-shirts made up. Paul.
right. And I'm hoping somehow we can promote Peggy Hall's meetup, Healthy American meetup thing, which is what we were wanting to do. But it sounds like she's got it all kind of set up. So
Okay, yeah, we got to get with her. Actually, we got to get with Peggy. Are you uploading these videos that you're recording?
no, I just
No?
have them on the hard drive.
Yeah, okay. You should be uploading them, man.
Uploading them.
Yes. Like, actually, the one from last night, right? That's the one I need. I want to upload that one. Last night we got into some good conversation, didn't we? With a few people.
With who was our guest? just last night. I can't remember. I have to look, but
Oh yeah, we had the new girl that came in, Hannah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it seemed like, just having that new person on there would be a good one to upload.
Yep.
So why don't you upload that one, and I'll
And where do you put them? You just put them on YouTube or something? Or?
well, upload that one to the Google Drive, and then I'll download it and upload it.
I mean, where can people go to them ultimately? I'm not even sure. Or have you
My
put them?
YouTube channel, that's where I put all my videos.
And so it's just the audio with just the background or something. Or?
No, it's just like this. I
Oh,
mean, our video.
they actually, yeah, we got the whole video, of course. What am I
Yeah.
thinking? Audio. Okay.
Yeah, so the one from last night, upload it to Google Drive and tell me when it's up.
Okay. And
Thanks,
then
man.
and then we'll talk about all the other things I have hopefully sometime tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
On that. Okay.
Lots of stuff to do.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
All right, Mike. See you later.
Later.